Hey, what's going on guys, Ryan here, I'm back with another video. I want to tell you guys how I created my first NFT. Now, let me warn you, this isn't going to be a step-by-step tutorial. This video is meant to give you a background of my experience working on this project, and to give you an insight of what you may come across if you plan to enter the NFT space as well. I started off like anybody. What the f is an NFT? An NFT, or a non-fungible token, is an interchangeable digital asset stored on a blockchain and is traded over the internet. They can be found in the forms of digital contracts, videos, music, and the most popular, images. I don't want to go into too much detail what NFTs are since they've been a craze for almost a year now, and I'm pretty sure that you're already pretty familiar. Like most, I was casually browsing through social media late at night and stumbled upon CryptoPunks, then Bored Ape Yacht Club, then Doodles, then the hundreds of projects that followed shortly after. After doing a little bit more research, I saw the amount of money these people were making off these images. Digital freaking images. 18-year-olds were making my salary in a freaking day flipping NFTs. How do you think that made me feel? Now, me, I'm the type of person that when I find interest in something, I want to learn about it as much as I can in the shortest amount of time, especially if it's an opportunity to earn additional income. After that, I was constantly looking at NFT news, researching the latest project drops, seeing the best flips these kids were making, turning hundreds into thousands overnight, just sitting in their bedroom. After all the research, that's when I began to realize that there was so much more to NFTs than just the image. It's not just the image you're getting, it's the status, it's the community, the achievement. NFTs are no different than skins you're getting in your favorite video game or receiving a verified checkmark. It's a social status. That's when I stopped and said, you know what? Let's make our own NFT. At the time of creation, profile pics, or PFPs, were the most popular style of NFTs. I know I wanted to use an animal since they were heavily trending. The NFT market was already full of apes, dogs, cats, llamas, you name it. Fortunately, I had just the perfect animal to use for my project. I decided on happy hedgehogs. So a little backstory, Crystal and I love hedgehogs. I don't know what it is about them, but they're just so freaking adorable. They're not legal to own here in California as a pet, which sucks. So creating an NFT based on the cute little bastards is the closest we'll be able to get to them. I ended up wanting to create 7,777 total images in the collection. Everybody at the time had 10,000, so I wanted to have a unique number. Next, I needed to draw the art and all the different layers for the NFT. I decided on having a background, a body, headwear, eyewear, and clothing. These were going to be the main layers for Happy Hedgehogs. Then I remembered something. Dude, you suck at drawing. But thanks to a website like Fiverr, I was able to find somebody to do the art for me. Fiverr is one of the best online freelance marketplaces you can look at. Searching on Fiverr, I was able to browse different artists and I came across one that had a really nice art style. So I messaged them and said, yo, would you be able to do this for me? I sent them the designs I wanted for each layers and attributes. After a couple of rough drafts and approvals, Happy Hedgehogs were created. Now that I had the layers done, I was thinking, how the hell do I make 7,777 of these? Well, that's when I started to learn how coding came into play. I started watching Hashlips on YouTube, a super helpful, informative guy that literally teaches you everything you need to know on how to create your own NFT. He has tutorials for creation on multiple blockchains including Solana, Polygon, and of course Ethereum. If you want to start your own project, that's the channel you want to check out. I plan on launching Happy Hedgehogs on Opensea, which is essentially the largest marketplace for NFTs online. Next, I needed to create an NFT contract. Before I was even able to code the contract for Happy Hedgehogs, I needed to decide what blockchain they were going on. The most popular blockchain is Ethereum. Almost all the big name and all the big brand NFTs are going to be on this space. Now, in my time of research, I knew that gas fees are killer on the Ethereum network. Not only did it cost nearly $2,000 just to launch on the Ethereum network, but any person that wanted to purchase an NFT on the blockchain would have had to have paid $200 to $300 in gas fees alone, just to have their transactions processed. When creating the contract, I originally planned on launching Happy Hedgehogs and pricing them at 0.03 Ethereum, which at the time was around $150. It just didn't seem feasible for me to list something at $150 and then expect somebody to pay twice the amount of the value of the NFT just in gas fees alone. Myself, being new to the space, I wanted to allow for everybody to have access to the NFTs, especially if you're just new and getting into it. So I chose the Polygon blockchain, which is a near gas-free blockchain. Any transaction processed on this network would only cost near a fraction of a cent. After choosing the Polygon network, I began to learn how to edit the code for the contract. What the contract did for me was save so much time, as it created an algorithm to randomly layer the attributes I had in the orders that I wanted. This way I was able to create the entire collection in a matter of minutes. After I finally created the NFT contract for Happy Hedgehogs, it was ready to launch on Opensea. But I wasn't ready to launch just yet. Now that the NFTs were ready, I needed to work on marketing. Now believe it or not, this was where most of the work came in. Every good NFT project needs the following: a website, a Twitter, and a Discord. A TikTok and Instagram aren't extremely important in the space, but I went ahead and created them anyways for the additional free exposure. I chose Squarespace as the platform to host my website. I just liked the overall user interface compared to other website building platforms and felt that its simplicity fit the style that I was going for. Using a simple template, I built the website from scratch. This one took me a few days to get right though, as things kept changing throughout the journey of creating Happy Hedgehogs. If you guys want to see how the website turned out, I'll leave a link in the description down below for everything, so you can check it out yourself. Making the Twitter was easy, but what wasn't easy was getting used to being active on Twitter, as I've never really used the platform. I knew that it was crucial to have an active profile and established following on Twitter in order to look legit in the NFT space. This just meant doing as much networking as possible on Twitter. Next came creating the Instagram and the TikTok. Both Instagram and TikTok had so much room for free exposure that I just had to make them as well. The only issue, however, was that I needed to create. With a full-time job and a semi-active social life, it may not seem like it, but it does take a lot of time and energy. Lastly, we made the Discord. Now, this was the one that I had probably the most trouble with. Even after watching multiple YouTube tutorials on how to create a Discord and learning how to manage roles, channels, and privacy, there was just way too much work to do. So naturally, I went back to Fiverr and had somebody create the Discord for me. They gave me a basic template to work with, and after a heavy amount of editing, we had the Happy Hedgehogs Discord up and running. Now that we had all the social medias and Discord running, I wanted to give myself a little bit more time to get the marketing done. I wanted to make sure that I could have a really effective launch day and, build the hype around Happy Hedgehogs. I felt that a month was enough time for me to really hammer out as much content as possible for Happy Hedgehogs. And to be able to manage all those platforms, let me tell you guys, it was a lot of work. There's so much more that I can go into detail with, like the challenges I had to go through with learning the contract for Happy Hedgehogs, or the constant bots and scams and money grabs that I almost fell for. But I'm gonna save that for another video. So that's just basically a quick insight on how I created my first NFT. This was an experience I wanted to share, as I know that there are many like me who like to experiment with new things and flex their creative muscles. Creating Happy Hedgehogs was no walk in the park, but it was definitely a fun experience, as I love learning new things and I would definitely do it again. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a little bit different today. Let me know if you guys like this style. Leave a comment down below, like, and subscribe if you guys want to see some more. Alright guys, until next time.